So guys, this is not a great video. It's not a great video to make, guys. It's happening probably if you're running with a budget squad, you're coming up against a squad like this probably 75% of the time now. And while it was extremely rare in Europe last year, it didn't happen very often at all. Nowadays, the problem is that it's happening more and more. And last year, by the time people really started to complain about it, it was like April, May, and they were never going to fix it. I'm hoping that getting on this, making a video about this in December, will hopefully get 2K to change it. Do I think it's likely? No. Do I think it's more likely that this video absolutely destroys the game? Probably not, because I think the majority of you guys that are watching this video know about this, and you can do it if you want. And the thing is, I'm not going to be one of those people that complains about people do, well, not really complains, complain about the individuals that do this, because as I always say, biggest thing with me in 2K is you gotta adapt or die, and this is the new meta. It's unfortunate, but this is the way things are in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM, and there is nothing we can do about it. And the problem is a problem from last year that is actually becoming even more prevalent because of what 2K have done to other game modes, and that is overall cheesing. So if you guys don't know what overall cheesing is, I assume you guys do. So I'm going to just create a new lineup right here. And again, big thanks to JD for letting me use the account while I've been away. This is going to be an actual tutorial on how to overall cheese. Yeah, this is going to be rough. But so for example, I'm going to use the best players he has. Clyde Drexler, Sean Marion, Blake Griffin, and Andre Drummond. So you guys can see it's a 94 overall starting lineup that would be higher if it wasn't for the fact that Clyde Drexler is considered a sapphire. So one way of basically, if you have an 85 overall, 85 is the cutoff point, the majority of your games are going to be played against 85 overall or lower teams. 2K genuinely came out and said, overall cheesing's dead, matchmaking's fixed. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. So while it's not as obvious as last year, or it's not as easy as last year, because last year you could just put the 3 lowest bronzes at the end of your bench and just give them 100% of your minutes, and suddenly your team is down at like 60 overall because they're playing every single minute of the game. But what people are doing this year is they're just going, see what the lowest bronzes are. Is no one lower than 68 this year? Literally just going bronze point guards. And as you guys can see, the overall is just getting lower and lower and lower. So, bronze still needs 87 overall, 86 overall. And I have just put in a Sean Kemp by mistake. So it's 86 overall. So, as you guys can see, this is not quite a low enough overall to hit the 85. It's 86. So, you know, want to know what change you make? You put in one of these few players. So, say for example, like I don't know, I wouldn't use Marion, but Lamar Odom, as you guys can see, overall doesn't mean player overall means nothing for overall. Sean Marion, 97 overall, gets priced by 95 overall, and team goes up 1. So if you replace Andre Drummond with, let's be real, these guys are what are driving his overall cheese. So these unbelievable budget cards. You replace him with Mirasan, it's down to 86 overall. And okay, you replace Odom, you see 99, now it's 85 overall. So this lineup right here is what is a typical lineup you'd see, except normally you'd see, say, a Giannis in there for Sean Marion, and instead of Blake Griffin, because Blake Griffin is 99, 97, you're probably going to see like, I don't know, just an offensive beast. And obviously Baron Davis, Derrick Rose are the most common players to use. And then instead of Clyde Drexler, a lot of the time you would see like a Lonnie Walker or something, because these guys can play a full game and compete with everybody. And you guys might be saying, oh, they're not going to make any subs, their stamina is going to be hit. And if you guys have played 2K recently, you know why this is not the case. So what 2K have pretty much done is, you guys all remember the game at the start of the year. You guys all remember at the start of the year when the game was so slow, players got Gatorade symbol straight away, and the problem was that with that gameplay was actually, like, it was weird to play on my team, but it was actually kind of usable, and it would stop something like this from happening. And I think that's why they kind of brought things like that in. They wanted to stop people just spamming turbo, and stamina meant something. The problem is that stamina only affects certain things in game. And also, there was a badge that actually makes players better with Gatorade symbol. So, for example, in Park, people were getting Gatorade symbol too easily from just spamming turbo. And everyone in the individual player spams turbo. Everyone spams turbo in this game. Is the reason why I say run a 3-point guard rotation, because everyone spams turbo with their point guard. Whoever your primary ball handler is going to be tired for the whole game, because everyone spams that turbo button. So people were complaining, and 2K were like, okay, let's make stamina mean nothing. And while it definitely helped the likes of Park and Pro-Am, it ruined my team. So I'm trying to think, does he have tireless scorer or tireless shooter? So look, tireless defender on Baron Davis, and he doesn't have tireless shooter. He has silver tireless shooter. So it says improves player's ability to make shots when fatigued. The problem is some players have that in Hall of Fame, and when that's on Hall of Fame, you literally green more. You literally green more when you're have Gatorade symbol or tired. The more tired you get, the more you green. And then there's guys like Mirasan. And the thing is, there's specific players you don't want to run with in this. A shooter without tireless shooter. You don't want to run with a slasher. So like a Marion would be useless in this type of setup. You want to run with guys that don't rely on stats but rely on animation. So someone like a Blake Griffin would struggle because again, he's really good, but he doesn't rely too much on animations. Whereas a Giannis card, whether Giannis is Gatorade symbol or not, he's still triggering them glitchy animations. Mirasan is still triggering them glitchy animations. They tried to ruin Mirasan by giving him stamina of 60. Like they lowered his stamina to 65, sorry. He gets Gatorade symbol in the first quarter. In the first quarter of games. You don't need to sub him out. Trust me. He can't. You might be like, oh, he can get slower. He literally can't. He literally cannot get slower than his speed. So his speed at the start is going to be his speed at the end because he literally cannot get any slower than that. Which means that stamina doesn't do anything for him. You might be saying, okay, it might stop post-hook success, post-fade success. It doesn't. He's got terrible post-fadeaway stats. He still hits post-fadeaways. He's got not a great post-hook. He's still the best post-hook in the game because he's a 7'7" glitchy player. Giannis, for example. Giannis is just so lengthy, and he's got those badges where he turbos in passing lanes that you run around with him and just spam square, and he gets in those passing lanes easily. Giannis, once he gets ahead of steam, he's got, I'm pretty sure he is one of the tireless shooter badges, and he also has got downhill and all quick first step and all them goals, so he's still going to run fast, and then you just still trigger the glitchy animations, and it doesn't matter, he's got Gatorade symbol. Sure, he might dunk the ball a little bit less, but it's not going to make a significant difference. And then, it's the same with guys like Baron Davis. Well, not necessarily him, but there's other guys with Hall of Fame tireless shooter, and once you have that badge, it literally, like, you actually shoot better when you're tired. So that is a bit of a problem, is that, there's a few problems with it. And you guys, I'm going to show a game right now. And the thing was that this was a game where I played against not even a great squad, not even a great overall cheesing squad. He had a couple of good players. He had Giannis, who he just literally, his defense consisted of him off-balling with Giannis and just running around turboing everywhere. He didn't let go of the turbo button for 1 second with Giannis. Had Giannis on Gatorade symbol for the entire 4 quarters of the game. And also, if I can spam timeouts and get like +3 stamina from each one, you've got 7 of them. So you can spam 7 of them in the 3rd quarter if you want, to be honest. But there's no need to, because stamina doesn't mean anything. So throughout this game, I was kind of up and down for most of the game. I was up for most of the game. So you might be thinking, okay, I'm making subs. I'm good. But the thing is, I was still getting my players tired. And my players didn't have the badges, and they weren't as good. So my players, half as tired as his players, were still performing worse than his players, completely dead. And then you can see in the last 4 minutes. In the last 4 minutes of this game, the guy doesn't miss. Like, I have a 7-point lead with 4 minutes to go. He misses one shot, and the one shot he misses, he gets an offensive board and throws a lob to Boban Marjanovic. And Boban Marjanovic starts hitting fadeaways. He can't even hit fadeaways without Gatorade symbol. So suddenly with Gatorade symbol, he's out here hitting fadeaways. Because again, he's one of the glitchy giants in the game. So overall cheesing is, like, if you guys are playing budget squads, it's a massive problem. I know most people are going to say, you're just using lower overall teams to play against easier opponents. And that is, trust me, that is not the case in the slightest. Most people that use those budget beast squads are just guys that don't spend money in the game. it doesn't make, if you come up, it doesn't make a difference who you use, because it's equally as likely that a guy spends no money on the game and is good at the game than a guy spends hundreds of or thousands of dollars in the game and is good. It's equally as likely. So it's equally as easy to go 12-0, or it makes no difference going 12-0 with a budget squad or going 12-0 with an expensive squad. The only thing is that now overall cheesing means you are actually at a disadvantage. And the problem is that at the start of the year and until recently, it used to, and it was the same at times last year, it used to be a case of you'd be at a disadvantage initially, and as soon as your opponent's players got tired, you were suddenly at the advantage. However, now there are so many high-rated players with so many of those badges, and just glitchy players with glitchy animations. People found out ways that stamina literally means nothing, and that's a massive, massive problem. Hopefully 2K can take something on board, but I doubt 2K are going to do anything with this, because again, by patching stamina in my team, they're going to ruin Park and Pro-Am and my career as well, and more people are going to be pissed off about that. So yeah, it's an unfortunate one, but the fact that they have to use the same sliders, the same gameplay for modes that are so different is really, it's just, you can never get the best of both worlds. Either one style ruins one game mode, the other style ruins the other game mode, and it's just unfortunate the game of my team is being ruined by the way the games play at the minute. So when we last the video, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.